Hey people, welcome to our second episode of WWE Champions. It's WWE Champions. Now, the game's been out for about a week now, and we've been playing it every day, little dip here and there. And what I thought I'd do for this episode is just point out a few things that may be glaringly obvious to the intelligent of you out there, but for people like me and Ninja Boy, things aren't always so obvious. So there's a few things that we've discovered, a few little hints and tips that just might help you along the way. But I'm not going to just make this some boring list. I'm just going to crack into some gameplay and show you where I'm up to right now. To do this, I'm going to don my reading glasses. Perhaps you'll think I'm intelligent and listen to what I'm saying. Or perhaps not. And the first thing, if we go into loot, just collect the loot that I've got. And today's loot, remember this comes every 4 hours. If you don't have the alert set on your phone or whatever device you're using, there is something available for you every 4 hours. If you want to make the most of it, make sure you're tapping in every 4 hours. Obviously don't wake up when you're in the middle of the night, because that might cause a fright to whoever you're with. Alright, $10, always useful to have. Right, now I'm going to move on to the roster, because since I last saw you, I have picked up a Kevin Owens, and this is from the particular road challenge that I'm on right now. So there's Big Kev, looking big and beefy, as Kev does. And he's 1 gold star. As you can see now, everybody on my roster is 1 gold star. Now the first thing there is, if you have got a lot of bronze characters to start off with, and let's face it, you will get a lot of 1-star bronze characters to start off with, don't go trying to feed them all up as much as you can, because you will get other versions of the card that you can actually use to enhance and boost the card up to the next level, to get it to silver star and gold star, without needing to do all of that powering up in between. So in other words, you're all wasting a lot of your cards and things while you're trying to power up. Once you get beyond the 1 stars, you can see I've got a 2-star Dean Ambrose there. That came from a pick, that didn't come from enhancing. That's a different matter entirely. So when we come around to doing one of those, I shall show you what we do. Anyway, so where did Kevin Owens come from? Well, let's go into battle mode. On the road, you will soon see when it decides to load up. Come on. On the road, NXT, I've done all the NXTs. Now, one of the tips here, I suppose this will be the second tip if you count the enhancement and powering up for the first tip. Here, you may or may not have noticed, once you've done all of these, as you can see, it says you can replay them. But what you can do is, once you've played through your particular road challenge, if you go back and 3-star every particular bout, as you can see I've done here, they're all 3-starred now. Some of them I had to go back to because they're only 1 or 2-star to begin with. What that then does is unlocks a hard mode. And as you can see, hard mode I've already completed for Atlanta, which was the first of the NXT routes. So that's done on both ordinary level and hard level. And Miami, Orlando and Charleston have unlocked, and so I can crack into those when I get the chance. There will also be Hell mode. As you can see, that's coming soon. Apparently Hell's not on Earth just yet. Hell on Earth coming soon. You heard it here first. Right, let's move on to the live tour. Now this is where it gets interesting. As you can see, I've played through all the way up to Indianapolis, and I'm just coming to the conclusion of Indianapolis. Now what I was just saying about the stars there, you can see Chicago 17 out of 30 stars. As you would expect, if you go in, you'll see that's been 1-starred, that's been 1-starred, there's a 2-star. So as you can see, I've got a few there that I need to 3-star. Once they're all done, that'll read 30 out of 30. So you'll be able to tell at a glance that you've done it, and then of course move on to the next level. Now then, Indianapolis. This is where all the action and the fun's been going on. If we just scroll down a little bit, go to A2. That's where Kevin Owens came from. You can see a big green tick next to the KO card. That's where Big Kev came from. I actually don't need these right now, to be honest. So I've just got reading glasses for the first time, and to be honest with you, they don't settle well on Big Jim. Not a happy bunny with these. Not used to them. Just take them off, put them on, take them off, put them on. So yeah, as you can see, that's where Kevin Owens came from. Now what I have got to do is fight the Authority. Now those tokens there, those 400 tokens there, do you know what they're going to unlock? Do you know what they're going to unlock? They are going to unlock a 2-star character. It could be gold, That's where I got my Dean Ambrose from, because an earlier match did have that as a reward. That is a pucker reward, and also a bit of excitement too, because you don't know what you're going to get. So you can always dream of that gold character. So what I do need to do is crack into that battle, which I shall do shortly, and hopefully we'll get a decent result out of it. But one other thing I wanted to show you, if I just pick an individual battle, it doesn't matter which, I might as well look at this first one here with The Miz. One thing that I've heard a lot of people talking about is the, call them support cards if you like. If you have a look down at the bottom of the screen, you can see there's 3 cards. There's the back support there, there's also shuffle the gems, and there's the loot. Now when we were playing our first matches, we were going into these battles, we weren't really paying much attention to what cards it was listing down below. We just assumed that's what it was giving you for the bout. You can actually change them. So, for example, I've got Dolph Ziggler here as my character, and he has yellow, green and blue. You see those little squares next to the Dolph Ziggler icon, avatar. What that means is that the special moves and finishing move that he's got all rely on the yellow, green and blue gems. So what you want in here, in your cards, is something that gives you a boost to yellow, green or blue gems, and equally it could be something that disses Miz's gems. So he's got purple gems there, so you might have something that will change purple gems to green gems or something like that. So one of the easiest ways to see that actually is if you have a look down here, you can see that one says red to green, converts 3 red gems to green gems. Equally this one here converts 3 blue gems to red gems. So you can see there's unfortunately I don't have one that's going to give me say purple gems to yellow, green or blue. That would be ideal. But basically you can choose the support card that you want rather than just relying on the ones that you think it's given you. And that was quite a big thing for us because we hadn't noticed that before. So call that tip 3 if you want. One of the other things, just going back to the roster, of course you can tap this little icon at the bottom of the screen any time and it will call up your menu for you. You go back to the roster, even Ninja Boy, this came apparent in our last video. You can see on the top row there, second in from the left, we've got Max John Cena, Max Dean Ambrose, Max Triple H. They haven't all changed their name to Max, that's just that they're fully powered out as they stand. But they are ready for enhancement once, evolve, once I can get the relevant cards. You can see in that bottom right hand corner, it would cost 12 grand, plus you're going to need those relevant cards, which you will pick up through various events. There's the flash events that they do, and of course there's these repetition of the road events. But also the green arrow, Ninja Boy wasn't aware until I mentioned it in the video the other day. If you look at Kane there, in the second row down, third from the left, he's got a green arrow pointing up, and as you have a look on the left hand corner, moves, the green arrow is still there. What it basically means is you've got a couple of the finishing moves here and these standard moves that you can enhance. So if we look at Chokeslam from Hell, finisher, you can see I've got enough Kane cards and training points there to fill that out. Now my personal preference at the moment is to do the finishing move first in terms of powering it up, because that's your go-to move, the finishing move. That's the one that's going to get you the wins in the matches. So that's the one I always try and power up first, because that's your big hitter. That's the one that's going to take the man down. So let's upgrade that, and that's now maxed out. And as you can see, the green arrow's gone now from the short arm clothesline because I've used the cards. It's that simple. But it's a very quick and easy guide, very easy way to spot what it is that you need to do. Now then, enough waffle, let's get on with some action. Let's get into this battle. Let's get ourselves back on the road again. Back into the WWE Live Tour. Get ourselves off to Indianapolis. Now then, let's have a look at this matchup we've got here. We've got to face the authorities, Triple H and Kane. We can see that. And it's telling me to change that I need to select the superstar. If we have a look at Triple H, he's the Black Fist, and there's the Purple Boogie of Kane. What I'm doing here, again, you have to do this really for your own sake in these battles. What that basically says, when you tap his icon, it tells you what class that particular wrestler is. So if you had a purple wrestler up against him, he's actually got a plus 25% gem damage against you. So what you want is to have a yellow class wrestler against him, so you've got the plus 25%. But of course, if you're doing a doubles match, there's also Kane. Now Kane is purple, so as you can see the two of them are clustered together. So what I don't want is to have either a purple or a green wrestler in, because then one or t'other of them is going to have a plus 25% advantage. But I can use anyone who's red or blue, which will at least mean that I'm not giving away the advantage. But if I use yellow, then I will have that advantage certainly over Triple H. So what you need to do, bear in mind that it does normally bring in the wrestler that you've got on your left. So what you want to do is have a yellow based wrestler on the left there. Now, as you can see, I've got Johnny Cena. He's the man. He's the man to bring in. And he's fully maxed out. I've not got much to do to evolve him, as you can see. There's the sunglasses and there's the boss tokens. Now you can buy those if you press evolve and evolve again. It will tell you that you still need to buy or you still need to get some of these tokens. I need the Sasha Banks boss ring. I need the sunglasses. They are 150 bucks per buy, and you get 3 or 4 items from the list, but you're not guaranteed to get what you want. So at this stage I wouldn't be an advocate of the big bag for 150 bucks, I have to say. But anyway, let's have a look and see where we're at then. If we've got Johnny Cena and we need to bring in someone else, so I prefer to bring in another yellow wrestler. I'm not going to bother calling them by their names, whether they're acrobats or what have you. You can look up the listings for those. It's a lot easier for the purposes of this video just to say yellow or purple or what have you, because if I start saying acrobats, you're not going to have a clue what colour I'm talking about. So here we go. So both of these guys, The Rock and Johnny Cena, are going to have an advantage over Triple H, and at least they're not giving anything away against Kane. And as you can see, that little arrow shows me that I've got some advantage there, but again, look at just compare the stats in the green boxes. We're very close. They're probably going to find that their health is pretty strong. So let's just have a look in here and see if there's something we can do. And look at the gems alongside each wrestler. John Cena has a yellow for his finisher, and then red and green gems are important. The Rock has yellow for his finisher, and blue and black. Now, you might have twigged what I'm going to say next as a result of that. Yellow is their finisher because they are a yellow character, and that will match up again if you have a look at Triple H. Black character, black is his finisher, and the finisher is always on the far left. Same with Kane, purple character, purple on the far left. So that's always a good indication. You know what you're up against. So what would have been beautiful right here would be have something that turned purple, as I've said before, into one of the colours that I do need. But unfortunately, I don't have that. But let's have a look and see what I do have. Random power gems is quite good. It adds 100 damage per turn for as long as those gems last on the board. So that's quite a useful one. Shuffle, I've not really found a great use for shuffle, I have to say. So I'm going to leave that for the time being. I might use those red to green because Kane uses red, and John Cena, although he uses red, he does use green as well. So we'll just leave red to green in there for the time being. But let's have a look at this. If you have a look at this one here, that depletes your opponent's green moves by 3, which means this one here depletes opponent's purple moves by 3. Basically, what that means is, in the case of Kane, if he's about to get a finishing move and his bar is nearly full up, if you whack that little beauty in, that skull will just reduce his power again. So if you're a bit borderline and he's about to attack you, then that's a good way of getting out of it. I'm probably just going to leave it there because I don't want to confuse you too much with all of these cards. These are things that you'll find useful as you go along. I'll just put that in because that will be useful for John Cena. That will basically do the reverse of what the purple card's going to do to Kane. But we'll stick with those for the time being. Let's go in to battle and see what we can do. Now, one other thing, I'm assuming, I should have checked, I'm assuming here that my wrestlers are fully boosted health-wise, because this is the first time I've played today, so I shouldn't have needed to have checked that. But as you can see, so my health is still a little bit better than Tripp's there. And again, when you're looking at these gems, it'd be very, very tempting to just make those crates on the top row go together. That's only going to get you 6 points in terms of hit power. When you've got such a close match, you don't want to be worrying about whether you're going to get bonus crates or not. You want to be worrying about winning the game. And the best gems to go for would be yellow, that's my finisher, or red or green. Yes, it's fine, you can complete lines with the other gems, but it's the yellow, red and green that's going to fill out my boxes and get my finishing moves and my special moves underway. Having said that, I can't see anything that I can do either red, green or yellow wise, so I may well have to go with the crates after all. What the crates does is you can see 0 out of 3 next to that little crate right next to these cards here. See, in fact, what I could do is just give myself a boost straight away. Look, charge up red moves by 3. Let's do that straight away so you can see what it is that's happening. So if you have a look at the little red box there, right in the middle, that special move. Deal 1153 damage, make 3 random black gems into yellow gems. It's not ready yet, but it's halfway there already, which is good. Another tip, if you just have a look, top right hand corner of that box, it says 4 out of 8. Basically, at the end of each turn, it will give you 1 charge up per box. So if you've got, say, 6 on your finisher, 6 on the 5 knuckle shuffle in the middle and 6 on the end, at the end of my turn, if I hadn't added any gems, it will boost up to 7. And if you look in the top right hand corner, it says charge 4 out of 8. So that gives you an idea of how far up the scale you are. So as you can see there, attitude adjustment is charge 1 out of 11. And sit out hip toss is charge 1 out of 7. So very much just the 5 knuckle shuffle that we've got close there. Anyway, look, let's do these crates. As you can see, there's the 3 crates, 6 hits, not taking anything off him. But thanks to that card that we played. Now straight away I'm looking at reds. What I can't do is sort of move things temporarily in place to show you, because it will accept that as a move. So second row down I can do 3 reds there, and second column across and near the bottom I can do the greens. I'm going to do the greens because I like to try and combine moves. So that's taken me up to over halfway on the green, and the red and yellow are just charging along nicely. Now he's coming back at me, keeping an eye on his purple box because that's the one that we can actually nick something off. Now I can do yellow here or I can do red. I'm going to do yellow because that's the finishing move. That's the beauty, that's the big heave-ho when it comes to taking your opponent out of action. So that's the one you want to be trying to power up more than anything. So even if you've only got the chance of 1 move, that's the one you want to do. Now look, if we look at him purple wise, again, I wouldn't probably play the card this early, but I'm going to for you guys. If we do that with the purple card, look at his purple box, it's come down by 3, so he's nowhere near finishing any of his moves, whereas I've got 4 reds I can link up here. That's going to fill me out. So next time round, apart from giving him a right clump in here, look at that, 1100 are taken out of him. I've got all 3 moves that I can kick in next time. Now he's tagged, don't blame him. And here comes Kane, but that's not going to stop me from unleashing my moves. So first one in, 606 damage, and choose 2 gems to make red gems. Well, that's cool because look at the top row there. There's 4 red gems. So we're going to clear that one out. So that's going to give us 5 across the top. And I'll put one in there as well, which should fill that out too. And that is going to do some supreme damage. So that's a grand off him. And again we get the next move. So it's another 1153 damage, and we can make 3 random black gems into yellow gems. Now these would be useful if your finishing move wasn't fully powered out. This would help you get a bit closer to it. And there we go, that's that done. It does those randomly, you don't get to choose those. Now the finisher, it's nearly 2 grand. This is going to take out of him. Put him in a bit of trouble. He should be able to kick out from this. But that's a nice hefty chunk. So what, he started at over 9,000 and now he's down to 4,500. Now that's great work from John Cena. So let's tag in The Rock. The Rock is here. Now as you can see, he's very close to his finisher, and he's got his blue special move to do. I think what I will do here is we'll just go with taking some yellow just to make sure he's got the finisher. Let Kane is super smelly do his bit, and now we can go in and hit him with some more of this stuff, some of the good stuff. We'll take him down. It's alright, he's struggling now. He's struggling now. Now what you can do if you finish that move, you could say you spotted that you could link up 5 gems on the board. You might want to go that way rather than using your finisher. But I'm in a finishing mood. I'm liking just taking big chunks out of him. So that between the two of them now, they are struggling a bit. Okay, he's going to kick out of this. He's just got enough to kick out. Or has he? No, he hasn't. He blew it on the crates. Big Jim gets the win thanks to the rock. So there we go. Look at that, 11 out of 13 on the crates. So we're going to get a 2-star. Got a 3-star out of that. That's good news. Got the tokens we want for the extra character, and 2 lots of crates filled in. Let's just see what we get here. Some nice training points. Very happy with that. And I've ranked up to rank 9. It's all happening. It's all happening. I'm loving this. Loving this game, I have to say. Let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. Have you started playing it? Am I tempting you to play? I certainly have enjoyed playing this, so much so the other games that we have been playing. There we go. Look, you're victorious in the main event. You unlocked a new tour. Check it out. Check it out, son. And there is the European Tour. What I tend to do, though, is look at that. If you look at the talent range, 874 to 4,427, that's way out of my league. So what I would suggest, and what I heartily encourage you to do, is what I was saying earlier. Just go back into these earlier tours, make sure that you've maxed all of these out, and then go into hardened mode, because of course, hard mode, because you do get it refreshes the rewards as well, so you can get some pretty decent rewards out of it. So look, as you can see there, if you have a look, you've got a Triple H bronze character. If you got to the end of the Miami Road in NXT, if you go on to hard, there's Miami. Who's Emmy? Miami. Click on there, and as you can see, there's a silver, The Rock. So, and that again is, as I say, it's a refresh reward. So it is just like doing a whole new event. So very worthwhile doing. I'm getting a bit tongue-tied now because I'm very aware of the fact that I have my 400 tokens, which means if I go into, let's just get this right, which one am I going into? There we go, Premium Superstars, that's the one. 400 tokens, there you can see, bottom left hand corner, 400 tokens gets you 1 superstar. Let's have a look and see who's available then. 2-star silver Dudley Boys, 2-star gold New Day, 2-star silver Alberto Del Rio. I'd love that 2-star gold American Badass Undertaker. That is just such a card. Such a card. There's the blooming glasses. But look, I'm not going to read out everyone. You can see who they are. You can see Shimush. You can see Booker T. You can see Dean Ambrose. You can see DZ, Dolphy Zig. It would be nice to get something new. Yes, I've got some of these already, and yes, it will help enhance them. For the point and purposes of this video, it would be nice to get something new, something groovy. But as you can see, there's an awful lot there that I could get. So let's get on. Come on, Undertaker, come on. It's a big box, big beautiful black box. What are you going to unveil for Big Jim? You've got, it's going to be a 1-star, isn't it? Ah, oh, it's blooming Kane is super smelly again. Okay, well look, it's given me 8 more canes. You saw me earlier, I was powering up some of the canes. So what that does, just in case you're not aware, I'm sure you are, go to roster. Let's go back to that Kane character. As you can see, he's got a green arrow again. He's in the 2nd row down, 3rd along. And if we go back into moves, there's the green arrow. And there, we had that earlier, remember, when I had some canes available. So we might as well do this. Get him maxed out on that front. So there's one of his special moves maxed out. Bit disappointing that. I was hoping for something a bit better than that. Anyway, look, I hope that has been of some use to you. I'm not going to go through the roster and everything else now. That's for another video on another day. If you do like the videos, please give us a like down below. And you want to see more of it, let me know in the comments down below. If you think it's a waste of time, let me know. Thing is, I'm still going to do it because we're loving this game right now, and Ninja Boy will be back with me next time as well because he's got plenty to show you. So thanks ever so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed to us already. You can also follow us on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. It's all at BadLadDad. Been talking a lot today, haven't I? Until I see you next time, you stay cool.